doing that in podcast style, it's also better to turn on the lighting a bit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see you. So, I mean, let's start off. Why don't you just introduce yourself quickly, a little bit about your business, and then we'll talk about phishing scams.
All right, let's get this started. So yeah, my name is Shao. I'm an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur who started several business before the current one. So my current business is the Fortress. We are a software provider, and lately more specialized in AI and e-commerce. Basically, not only e-commerce but the entire commerce sector, including e-commerce, logistic, and retail. And yeah, this is our specialty because we are also a Shopify Plus partner, meaning that we're working with Shopify Plus customers. They're usually in the mid-market to enterprise segment. So yeah, and also we do co-marketing with Shopify as well as a Plus partner. That's a tier when we are able to get funding from Shopify directly to do co-marketing with them. So and yeah, so for that we also work in other area, for example, education and consulting, like with other consulting firm, like smaller traditional consulting firm on their AI stack as well. So yeah, so those are just example of our client base. Basically, right now with AI, any kind of enterprise is a fair game for us because everyone wants to get into AI. Especially, I feel like the company who are not expert at software. So they have software, but that's not their main business. They use software to power like their business. That's the traditional way. Now they're using AI to power like their business. AI is essentially software too. So like that. So that's those are really good customer base for us, right? Because the thing is, with AI, it's very easy to sell right now. So in fact, most of our clients, they're running after us, not us running after them anymore. So yeah, because we're just very good as we're very up to date with the latest AI technology, right? So that they know that we are the best in the field, one of the best in the field. And we are affordable too. We're not McKinsey where they can charge them like $10 million for like a small project. So yeah. So that's basically what we do.
Nice. And I think that's part of it, nowadays is paying someone to almost keep up to date with everything. Because there's a lot of, we've seen this, a lot of FOMO in the space where it's like, that came out. And it's
value to scam too, right? Scam as well. Yeah.
Exactly. And you've got the ability to whip things up very quickly. I mean the scam stuff is interesting as well because the cost of cloning a website is zero now. It wasn't much before, but you've got the ability to make it as well. So so you find the clients are coming to you using your expertise, obviously, and then so you get to see the scams on either both from your side and from their side as well.
Yeah. Like there's all kind of scam, right? Those phishing scam, but of course there's also scam like selling courses about AI, and those are I consider them scam as well because a lot of those things they don't know that is themselves. They just think, okay, this is a good idea. Like I'm gonna like teach this idea like for like a $10,000 course, right? But the thing is like basically ChatGPT probably come up with a course for them and they just try to sell like ChatGPT idea for $10,000. I saw that all the time in my in a lot of places, in ads or in like email, in in multiple places.
I can see that. I didn't even think about that. Obviously that is a scam. And I was reading interesting the other day about the difference between scam and fraud, where a scam is sort of linking a number of different things together that in isolation might not seem like a fraud, but then when you link them up, it's because the ability to be very sophisticated across multiple touch points is the cost of it's gone way down. So courses, that's a classic.
Yeah. Like I always tell people that what's the biggest difference between a salesman and a scammer? Well, the scammer is a salesman without a product, without a legit product. That's a scammer, right? You try to sell something that doesn't exist, or something that doesn't really work, right? So
salesman without a product. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, consultants, you come in and you're selling something that you don't know yet as well. So I would, no, that's not.
I think I would consider that as a scam. For McKinsey, they are not, because they have years of experience on, they apply those concepts on enterprises for like 20 plus years, right? Like for decades. So they are not scam for sure. They knew like what they're doing. But those newer consultants, for example, AI consultant, that this consulting on something just came out 2 weeks ago. I mean, come on.
How can you be an expert in that if it's 2 weeks old? There's no
probably OpenAI or like Anthropic themselves or Google themselves, right? All this AI company, they are not expert on the product they just made yet, right? So
they're still trying to figure it out. So how do you balance that between new tools? So you've got your frameworks, obviously, you got the Shopify expertise, and then you're layering the AI on top of it. So that's where your expertise comes from, is the commerce side, and then building in the AI tools.
Yes, I always have my own benchmark on what AI can do now and what AI can do in a few months. Right? I have this checklist that I'll say, okay, now AI is good at that. Now we can implement like that into our product line, right? So I always have a pipeline of implementing AI-related product in our pipeline. So we also have for me, like I still focus on the client himself. Like that's why I'm saying like I'm still a service business, because I meet the client, I hear the pain point, and then I try to come up with a solution either through AI or no AI. Right? It doesn't have to be always AI. And some of them I just keep in touch with them for months before I finally think, okay, now AI is good to solve their problem. Like so, and now I got into in touch more than before. And before was like, okay, we just hang out, have coffee chat, like at least once per quarter.
Yeah.
And then like after a while, I get more. I develop the friendship with them first, right? And then I understand their pinpoint and understand of how, like, what their business struggle are. And then later on, when the time is right, I came out with a good solution. And then, we just go forward. Like, that's the pattern I'm doing right now, is just focus on the customer first, not like selling them product right away. That would be, again, sounds like scam, right? And especially with AI, now these things are so new. I'm like pitching them, okay, this is so cool. This is going to change everything. 2 months later, okay, actually, it doesn't really work. I don't want that to happen, right? So,
and it has to be right for their business as well. It's interesting, even since since Opus 4.6 came out, what you can do now versus what you couldn't do 3 months ago. And you're right. If you talked to them a year ago, it's like, oh, you have to use this cutting edge solution, and then everything changes. And so it's a really good approach to make sure that the solution is actually going to change things for the long run, or give them the competitive advantage while they have it. That makes a lot of sense. So I like that. So what are you seeing with your clients? What I know you can't talk about it because it's confidential, but like what's moved the needle the most with them right now?
I think it just like there's two different type of client, right? Like one is just using our product, other is using our service. But within the one who use our service, they also have two segments, which is like integrate AI into their product line, or integrating AI in their internal staffing, like the internal system. Right. So to make the company itself more efficient, not like reselling like any AI products. But we do have the case where also some client where they want to resell like AI into their product, right? That they embed the AI into their product so that they can sell it at a higher price, and also it's more a better value proposition compared to their competitors, right? So that's like that's two way I see people using AI at the enterprise level.
Yeah.
Right. So, and rather than just using like AI product like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini
Yeah.
or like any of these AI products. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with a customer these days.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, because the real value is when you overlay it on historical knowledge of a business. So, you use it in isolation and it gives you answers in
Yeah.
isolation, but as soon as you can integrate it and it's querying marketing material or emails or internal documentation to then, the other day I realized the 404 page on our website wasn't great. And so I said, Claude, make us an interesting 404 page. And obviously it has access to the full website, all the code, all the knowledge base, marketing material, everything. It's all just in GitHub.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went away and created something it's pretty cool, and it's completely tailored and unique to what we do and why we do what we do. And that's just a fun example of where creating like something like that before would have taken a lot of time, because you would have to feed it in, design it, boot it, build it. But now it's just straight there, and it adds maybe potentially a smile to someone's face when they're when they're using it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
They never get to a 404, but if they do, make it fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So so tell me, so what interesting, not interesting, I don't love that word, but what scams have you seen recently, either using AI or not, that you found innovative or creative or things like that?
Yeah, like I think on some of the social media, I forgot which one I saw, like maybe it's on LinkedIn or Facebook, I forgot, but I saw one kind of scam where they try to, like, they try to like make up a fake news. For example, in Dragon's Den with Shark Tank, and they say like oh, there's like a new business into like that went viral on Shark Tank or like Dragon's Den, and you click into the article is not Dragon's Den, not Shark Tank's website at all, but they look like it. Or like they really look like whatever news outlet they're associated with, right? For Dragon's Den would be like CBC. For Shark Tank, I think it's ABC, like it's one of the Mark Cuban media outlets. So you like they basically say, okay, this is a very cool AI idea that but like that AI can just make you money, the passive income, right? Classic passive income scam. But using AI, like amplify with AI. They say, okay, this is a new startup where you can you can just put a deposit money, and then you generate like 100x return in like a few days. I mean, when you ask me to deposit any money, I'm like, that's very sketchy. And then I look at the website, it's not really Dragon's Den website, it's not Shark Tank's website, it's like a random website that looks like the website. On top of that, they also have a lot of fake comments, fake reviews in like below the article to make it sound real, right? But yeah, that's totally fake for sure. Like it's obvious, because for me, I always look at the URL. Some people may not, but I'm like, that's a URL mismatch. I mean, that's definitely not the correct website, right? So, and then you can just go to like Google to search for this company, right? It doesn't exist. So
they're assuming, well, A, that you're not looking at the URL, B, that you're not going to go and check whether it was on Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. You're just going to take them at their word that it raised the money or was the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they took so much work. They make so much work for that, because like if you go into the article, they have, for example, like they even in the article have a fake Elon Musk tweet about, oh, this is cool, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Meta within the article, it's like layers of
layers, like to brainwash you believe that is true, right? Like, as you read the article, like slowly you're like, oh, Elon Musk have a tweet, they screenshot the tweet, but if it's AI, it's so easy to just nano banana it, right? So like you can nano banana it very easily. So, and yeah, like that's, I think, a high effort scam, I'd say. They have to invent the story, they have to put all the branding correctly, they have to clone the website, and then they within the article multi-reference to the multi-reference of celebrity endorsing the company
Yeah.
to be a good idea. And then on top of that, below the article, you have like 1,000 positive review under it.
So it's like it's going to a Shopify site or it's going to an e-commerce site, and it's a well designed.
I don't think it's e-com like Shopify site specifically, but it's just like a random website. They just clone that.
And what's the call to action? Is buying the thing, or is
it's deposits.
Deposit the money. Okay, yeah, to make.
That's 100% scam, right? They get you there. You deposit money, you'll never see the money again.
Yeah, it's like the poly market. Not quite scams, but it's drumming up. It's interesting because there's a lot of creativity around it. I saw one the other day that it's as easy to make up a plausible sounding business plan to then get retweets or whatever it is. There was one the other day. It's actually an interesting one. It was around Google Maps, and then here's a business that you could build out of Google Maps, and then put a solar on top of a used warehouse, send the owner of the building an email saying you could make this much from solar. So that's more of an interesting use of it, even though everything's simplified. And I know exactly how you would build that, but you don't go into the nuance of any of it. It's still it's like a get rich quick, because you still have to, who owns a building? It's behind a Delaware LLC. It's then how do you get an email? So it's on paper, you go, great, that's a really interesting use of AI to build a simple business, but actually it's more work behind the scenes. And it's similar where you can actually come up with quite interesting ideas that if you don't know how things are made, you go, okay, well that does, it's a very plausible, and you can be very specific about it as well, because of the cost of doing it so low. You can actually make really specific scams for people now, whereas before it was more of a spray and pray.
And recently, with OpenClaw, definitely I saw multiple scam about OpenClaw. Not OpenClaw itself, but people say you can make how you can make so much money with OpenClaw within like by automating everything, and then in a month,
it's running, and it's making me, you're sitting on passive. It's all passive, right? It's passive. It's just another
passive income scam. Yes.
It's exactly the same thing, just with OpenClaw. I mean, if you like, on the flip side, if you do know what you're trying to achieve, as you do with your clients, you can make more money, you can cut costs, you can do whatever, but you still have to have the framework of how to make money as a business, right? You can't ever shortcut that. You still need to know how to first dollar, then you can scale that. But without knowing that first dollar, it's sort of pointless.
Oh yeah, because the thing is you need to, usually you use AI to automate things, right? To make sure that what you did before, you can automate that. But you need to understand what the customer is doing before have a hypothesis thinking that you can make them $1 million per month.
Anyone who's making $1 million a month is not on Twitter talking about it, right? That's what it all comes down to. If you've figured out how to do it, unless the audience is the way that you sell, right? Like Bulls or Mark Liu or whatever. If you figured out how to do it and it doesn't involve a big audience, you're probably not telling people about it, right? You are.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do it yourself, right? Actually, Mark Cuban has a very famous video saying that too. He was like, for those gurus, just F them, if they are really able to make $1 million per month, they'll just do it themselves. Why they're telling you how to do that?
They're not telling anyone. I mean, that's it's like that inverse correlation. As I said, unless your audience is the way you make money, but it's like an inverse correlation of how much you talk about what you're doing versus how much, it's like, you go out like Mark Cuban, he's not making money from, well, I guess maybe he is now, but.
He is, but I'm pretty sure he was losing money when he started Shark Tank right back then, but now he's probably making money because he compound into multiple years of he took so many years for them to build up this audience. Right now, they're probably very profitable right now, but it's not it's nothing like a get rich fast scheme, right? Because he's he's a billionaire himself. He sold
he was company first, then did Shark Tank, then has compounded it to make even more money.
Oh, he sold his first $1 billion company to Yahoo, right? So that's a legit exit. So and it took years like for him to like do that. It's not like overnight. He's not scam people. I feel another thing is like a lot of entrepreneurs sometimes they are pushed to doing scam is because they really want to get rich fast. Yeah, like for example, those crypto scams is the same thing, right? So basically, I see you a coin and then just told their friends to buy it and then just cash it out themselves and disappear. And that's like, that's like classic, crypto scams. But like, I know people who did that, right? So, I mean, obviously I'm not really friends with them anymore, but I knew people who did that. So, but the thing is, at some point you just need to see, entrepreneurship, what you want to do, what you want the most. I mean, if you want money, then scamming people probably is the quickest way. But the thing is, if you scam people are gonna hate you. It's not good for you in the long term. You are not building up your reputation. You are not building up your wealth. You're a thief, right? So
you take it once.
Yeah, so you have to hide after. Your life gonna be miserable after that too, because all the crypto bros, they're hiding, right? So they're hiding somewhere. So yeah, like if you're hiding all the time, I don't even know if it's sure, you have money, but where do you spend the money? You don't have any like legacy with the money, right? So it depends. Like if you really care about building wealth, we'll just get rich fast. If you care about building wealth, you shouldn't be scamming people. You need real value proposition. And to be honest, in the long run, like you beat those scammers, right? Who try to get rich fast. In the long run, you're running a marathon. They're trying to cheat.
Yeah, trying to cheat. And also, as you said, it's the quality of life thing. It's would you do it if it meant you couldn't talk to your family who probably invested or your friends who probably invested first? Is that, what is it worth? And if that's worth it for you personally, then it's like, okay, well, that's a different decision. But in the long run, you're right. You're living somewhere else. You've cut off contact with everyone. You're in hiding. Maybe you have Claude now. Maybe you're just talking to Claude. Claude is your friend.
Claude is a best friend. Yes.
Claude is your friend. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's cover one more, and then I'll let you get back. Because I said I know you're busy. So you've got that. That's an interesting one. The Dragon's Den. Obviously, investing money. What's one other that's come to mind since I messaged you?
Yeah, I mean, like for sure, like the AI scam, of course. Because I'm in e-commerce, I know a lot of those e-commerce dropshipping scam gurus as well. Like like that as well, especially the AI version of that. Like the AI version that can automate run a store for you, and then you just like the AI version.
Dropshipping. It's a dropshipping.
Dropshipping was like, okay, you just save all the store. I save all the store for you, and pay me like $10,000 for the store, and now I have some fake graph to show you that it's making money. And once they sell you the store, they disappear, right? So actually, I spoke to a potential client of mine like 2 weeks ago about it. Like he just want to get it started. And he was looking for Shopify partner, right? Before he was looking for the gurus. He was on the YouTube, and then he took the course, and he told me it's a scam. So, right, and basically, essentially, what he told me, like, all these gurus are doing is like give you a template store, add fake review to it, and ask you to run ads. I mean. That's it. Like that's what he told me. He experimented the scam. He calling it a scam himself, and he's like, and now they say like you can automate this with AI, this process with AI. That's the change with the AI process. You can automate all the fake reviews, and you can automate like all the contents that you put on the website.
It's so easy to make a website now.
So that's like, but they're selling this entire thing as a package, and they're selling that either is a course or as like a website to you. Like it costs a lot of money, right? It costs at least $6,000. Like really? For the course, and the course is probably taught by AI. So like AI avatar these days. So so I mean, like I think that's another scam. Like that's an ongoing one that I saw in the past without AI.
Yeah.
Now with AI. So, but yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's
that's the thing, isn't it? It's what we are just talking about, where if you know how to scam someone, you can speed it up now. So,
yeah.
if you know the Shopify scam, I mean, I'm sure those guys are like, this is, or women, this is great. It's like we can speed up how many people we can scam now with this, because we can do it for any vertical, open claw, use the keywords, and then it's just speedier.
Oh yeah, and you have double, like you hit two birds with one stone with the e-commerce, because now before it was like for nautical people, well, the best way to start online business is through e-commerce because you don't need to code anything. But now you have that, and you also have AI, so it's two FOMO in one.
Yeah, exactly. Double FOMO, drop shipping and AI plus e-commerce. It's like the perfect storm for scam. So
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
This has been really interesting. So thank you for taking the time, because a very different angle to what I've been looking at before, where it's around text, more traditional phishing scams. So I didn't even think about this as fraud and scams. This has been really useful.
Oh yeah. The Dragon's Den one is actually surprising for me too, because I actually thought it's a legit Dragon's Den article that I click in, but then I immediately realized the URL is wrong. I'm like, okay, but
yeah.
The website is beautiful. I want to see what is the scam actually.
Yeah.
I want to see. Yeah, I'm interesting to see, because some, like you said, some of them are very, very creative.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
I give them point for that. Like they should use this skill in something else. Totally. Like yeah, they could want money too. I feel like they don't need to scam people. They can make money legitimately too. I'm pretty sure. They just choose this wrong path. I mean,
do you did you save that link by any chance, or the one that
I didn't, but
okay. Well, if you come across one again, yeah, send it over to me, because I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I remember it very clearly, because like I was impressed. But I'm like, yeah, I know this is a scam, but yeah, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people got scammed by this one. It's very good one.
Yeah. As a designer yourself, or an e-commerce guy, you're like, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Shao, this has been great. Thank you so much, and I'll be in touch soon when we release this.
Okay, good. Please let me know, so I can also repost on my socials as well.
That'd be fantastic. All right, have a good day. Talk to you soon.
Have a good day. Take care. Bye.